Welcome to Seacoast Real Estate Academy. Today in our Laws and Rules series, we'll be going over the broker price opinion and comparative market analysis. GS 93A, Article 6. Commission Rules Chapter 58A, Section .2200. Definitions. General Statute 93A-82 of the North Carolina Real Estate License Law and General Statute 93E1-4, 7C of the North Carolina Appraisers Act both define a broker price opinion, or BPO, and a comparative market analysis, or CMA, as an estimate prepared by a licensed real estate broker that details the probable selling price or leasing price of a particular parcel of or interest in property and provides a varying level of detail about the property's condition, market, and neighborhood, and information on comparable properties, but does not include an automated valuation model. Thus, the terms BPO and CMA have exactly the same legal meaning, even though an estimate provided for a seller or buyer client or prospective client is most commonly referred to as a CMA, and an estimate performed for a third party for a purpose other than mortgage loan origination. For example, a foreclosure or short sale decision is typically referred to as a BPO. A non-provisional broker with a current license on active status may prepare a broker price opinion or comparative market analysis for a fee for a variety of persons and entities for a variety of reasons, not just for actual or prospective brokerage clients. Note, however, that a provisional broker may not perform a BPO or CMA for a fee for anyone. GS 93A-83A and B. A broker may not prepare a BPO or CMA for an existing or potential lien holder or other third party, where the BPO is to serve as the basis to determine the value of a property for the purpose of originating a mortgage loan, including first and second mortgages, refinances, or equity lines of credit. GS 93A-83B6. A BPO or CMA may only estimate the probable selling price or probable leasing price of a property, not the value of a property. Moreover, if a BPO or CMA does propose to estimate the value or worth of a property, it shall be legally considered a real estate appraisal that may only be prepared by a licensed or certified real estate appraiser, not by a real estate broker. GS 93A-83F. A BPO or CMA provided for a fee must be performed in accordance with the requirements of Article 6 of the Real Estate License Law and standards set forth in rules adopted by the North Carolina Real Estate Commission. Rules, Chapter 58, Section A.2200. A BPO or CMA must be in writing and must address those matters specifically required by the statute or commission rule. GS 93A-83C. Standards for BPOs and CMAs performed for compensation. Article 6 of the Real Estate License Law provides a number of standards that must be followed when a broker is performing a BPO or CMA for a fee. Additionally, the Commission has adopted rules setting forth specific standards for brokers when performing such standards. A broker performing a BPO CMA utilizes the same valuation concepts and methodology as an appraiser performing an appraisal. However, the analysis associated with a BPO CMA is less comprehensive and detailed than with an appraisal, and the regulatory standards for brokers performing BPOs CMAs are less stringent than those required for real estate appraisers performing appraisals. Please see GS 93A-83 and especially Commission Rule 58A.2202. Reporting probable selling leasing price as a range. In recognition of the fact that brokers performing BPOs, CMAs, are not expected to be as precise in their analysis and adjustments to comparable properties as an appraiser when performing an appraisal, the Commission's rules permit reporting in a BPO, CMA of probable selling price or leasing price, the lease rate, as either a single figure or as a price range. The applicable rules also states, when the estimate states a price range and the higher figure exceeds the lower figure by more than 10%, the broker shall include an explanation as to why the variance is more than 10%. Rule A.2202H. Use of income analysis methodology now required where appropriate. The revised statutes eliminated the old Appraisers Act restriction that a broker's CMA for actual or prospective clients and for compensation was permitted only if the sales comparison approach was the only method used to derive an indication of the probable sales price. A broker performing a BPO or CMA to determine an estimated probable selling price or leasing price is now required to utilize methods involving the analysis of income where appropriate, such as income capitalization or gross rent multiplier methodology for income-producing properties, as well as the sales comparison method. GS 93A-83C3 and Commission Rule A.2202E. Competence to perform BPO CMA. Although Article 6 of the License Law and Section A.2200 of the Commission's rules do not specifically require a broker to perform a BPO CMA in competent manner, the reader should remember that the license law has always made incompetence a basis for disciplinary action, and those provisions also applied to the performance of BPOs and CMAs. If a broker is not qualified by way of education and experience to properly utilize the appropriate methodology required for a particular property, for example, income capitalization for a commercial property, then the broker is expected to decline the assignment. CMAs, BPOs performed for no fee. Any broker, non-provisional or provisional, has always been permitted to perform a BPO CMA for any party when no fee is charged, and this continues to be the case under the revised law and rules. Note that the Commission does not consider compensation of a broker for general brokerage services under a brokerage agreement to constitute a fee under Article 6 of NCGS 93A. General brokerage services means services provided under a brokerage agreement to property owners in connection with listing, selling, leasing property, and to prospective buyers or tenants in connection with purchasing or leasing a property. Such services include the provision by a licensee of a CMA or BPO. Similarly, the possibility of entering into a brokerage agreement and earning a brokerage fee does not constitute a fee when a licensee performs a CMA BPO for a prospective client without charging a fee for the CMA BPO. It is important for licensees to remember, however, that the Commission expects every CMA BPO performed by a licensee to be performed in a competent manner and without any undisclosed conflict of interest, even if no fee is received for the CMA BPO. Thus, as a practical matter, a licensee performing a CMA BPO for no fee should still look to the standards described in Commission Rule 58A.2202 for guidance regarding the proper performance of a CMA BPO. For a full explanation of the law and rules governing BPOs and CMAs and a sales comparison analysis illustration, the reader is referred to the Commission's North Carolina Real Estate Manual, which may be ordered through the Commission's website at www.ncrec.gov. If you like this video, feel free to share it with a friend. For more real estate education content, please subscribe to the channel. From all of us at Seacoast Real Estate Academy, thank you for watching.